Kyle Montgomery here with the ACC Digital Network, joined by the one and only Clemson head football coach Dabo Swinney, kind enough to take some time to talk with us before the ACC Championship. Coach, big game, just a matter of hours away now. What's preparation been like this week?
Well, it's been good. We've had a real sense of urgency. It's had a championship feel to it all week. Our administration's done a great job in kind of creating a great environment to practice in all week. They've had a lot of things going on campus, and it's been good. Our guys are excited to represent our division in this game, and this is why you do it, and they know that. There's no practice Monday. There's no game next week. It's all about these 4 quarters, and I really like the energy that they've brought every single day.
Coach, let's talk about this team of yours this season. Off to the 8-0 start. You're hearing the national championship buzz. You guys are playing out of your mind to losing 3 of the last 4. Kind of put this year into perspective.
Well, it's been a great year for us in that nobody really expected us to be in this game, and we wanted to win them all. And I think our players believe that they could win them all, but you have to do the things consistently that give yourself a chance to win. And that 8-0 start, we were doing those things. I even said, I don't think we were a great team, but we were doing the things that you have to do to give yourself a chance to win. Starting the turnovers. In the first 8 games, we had 6 turnovers. In the last 4 games, we've had 12, and we've created 0 in the last 3. So, that's just a recipe for disaster. There's always other things that you can improve upon, but until you get that fixed, it's just really hard to create the consistency, the field position, the momentum, all those things that we were doing the first 8 ball games. But at the end of the day, you also have to give some credit to those other teams. Sure. It's not always about us. I mean, sometimes you get whipped, and we've got to give credit to the opponents. But at the end of the day, we're 9-3. We've got the 2nd best record in this league, and we beat the team with the best record, and we're getting a chance to play them again for the championship. And that's what postseason's about. You don't go into postseason talking about what you did in the regular season. Sure. The Packers were a wild card last year. Sure. I'm sure they were unhappy with how they played in some ball games, but they went on to win the Super Bowl. It's always about the next game. Sure. And this is why you do it. This is why you work out. Not
to mention the fact that you guys can probably take a little confidence on the fact that you win into Blacksburg and you got to win on October 1st.
Well, you can take some confidence in that you have some film, your guys against their guys, and you can see yourself. But that game's really irrelevant to this game. Just like in the NFL, a lot of times those teams will play each other 2 or 3 times, and they got to play in the playoffs. And the past performance really doesn't matter. Just like when we were 8-0, that doesn't mean we go 9-0. And just because we've lost a couple in a row doesn't mean you lose 3 in a row. Our guys know that. We're going to have to play very well. This is a very good Virginia Tech team that's playing with a lot of confidence, and we've got to give ourselves a chance to win. And they know what we got to do.
Coach, you were coaching in this game just a couple of years ago. Now here you are again, getting ready to coach it one more time. What's the difference in that Dabo Swinney a couple of years ago and now?
Whew, man, how long was this show?
As long as you want it to be.
Oh, man. Well, first of all, we're in this game for the 2nd time in 3 years, and I'm proud of that. I'm proud of the progress we've made in trying to, change the culture at Clemson. It's not easy to do things at a place where it hadn't been done in 20, 30 years. Sure. And it's been a long, grinding 3 seasons of trying to create the belief, the expectation that, hey, we can be great again at Clemson. We can win on the highest level. We can be on the big stage. We can recruit at the highest level. And so that has been a process. And, I'm just much more seasoned than I was, the first time around. And so it's exciting to me to as the leader of the program, to see where we are, especially when, like I said, not many people expected us to be here. And but this is just the beginning for us. We've got a ways to go, but my goal is to make this the model program in college football. I want to compete for national championships, and You know, we got up there where the air was pretty thin this year,
Yeah.
and we didn't handle success very well. That's one of the great lessons I think our team will take away from this season.
How tough is it to keep young guys grounded when you receive the type of national attention, the spotlight that you guys have been under pretty much all year?
Well, it's like raising, if anybody got children, it's like raising children. I mean, you tell them, but sometimes you just got to learn.
Yeah.
You got to have a little pain. You know, I've used the example many times. You know, I can tell my kids, listen, do not touch that stove. It is hot and it's going to burn you. And what do? They touch it anyway.
Yeah.
You know, and so sometimes you have to learn by going through some things. That's all of us, and coaches, players, and it's just all part of it. They have to learn the consistency of intensity and preparation and humility and hunger, all of those things that it takes to be a top 5 team. If we were a top 5 team, we wouldn't have slipped up in those games.
Don't give away the scheme, but what are the keys, or is there a specific key to getting a win on Saturday?
Well, there's a lot of keys, but if you had to just pin me down on one thing, it's turnovers. I mean, we've got to take care of the football, and we have to create them on the other side of the ball. And that is where it starts for us, because it affects everything. So if we can take care of the ball, then we'll have a chance to be successful. But specifically, you know, we have to stop the run on the defensive side. I mean, you know, if they're running up and down the field on us, then they're physically whipping us. You know, so the physical matchup is critical in a championship game. 2 good teams, you know, it's physically who's going to get it done, and then same thing for us. We have to be able to establish some kind of running game in this ball game, and they're built to stop the run. So you have to make some plays in the passing game, and that's what we were able to do the first time around. And you know, they're as good a defensive staff and defensive scheme as there is in the country. And, you know, that's why they're 11-1, and that's why they've been in this game 5 out of the last 7 years. They have a culture at Virginia Tech that they have worked hard to develop through, you know, longevity, continuity, all of those type of things. And we're going to have to do our best to have a chance to win this game.